You guys didn't hear the news from back in 2020. Allegedly, 5 kids went missing from a Chuck E. Cheese, and it literally broke headlines overnight. Articles were even claiming that night shift workers were seeing some of the animatronics move post hours. Some people even reporting a smell coming from inside. Well, this blew up over TikTok. People would go to the alleged location and show handprints going down the walls of that Chuck E. Cheese, as well as it just being abandoned in general inside. The problem was that this information was false. No kids had actually went missing inside of a Chuck E. Cheese. This story was just created by someone who was fascinated by the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's. But people were so quick to pick up this story and believe this. Nobody was mentally or emotionally prepared for someone taking the idea of animatronics being alive, coming to murder us in the most horrific way. I mean, people love this. Like, people ate this up. I ate this up. And I know that it's still relatively recent, coming out in only 2014, but I'm really hoping that someone could study the effects of phobia surrounding animatronics since the introduction of this game. Because as far as I could see, no one has really studied that yet. However, many therapists have shared the short-term effects of Five Nights at Freddy's. And there's definitely some articles here and there about how Five Nights at Freddy's could be causing some hypervigilance with kids because of how often you always have to check everything in the game to make sure an animatronic isn't getting closer to you, that you might start to feel like you need to check your doors more, check your windows more at your house. And some common symptoms that therapists have seen is sleep anxiety, nightmares, some OCD behaviors. And this part like cracks me up. It says, should children be allowed to play this game? Maybe, but I can't see any good reason to allow it. So I do feel like there has to be something to the rise of this game and automatanophobia. And as maybe even added to the some mechanophobia part. So the fear of corpses and something attempting to blend into society that's not necessarily supposed to, the rise of video games surrounding animatronics, and just the fact that our minds are so much scarier than what the actual reality is, might be the reason that we experience these phobias. I would like to leave with a little bit of a question though, because every single Halloween, so many people set animatronics outside their house, and for whatever reason, these, like the ones that are actually meant to be scary, give me serotonin. But not this. Never this. What phobia would you like me to talk about next?